When you run them, why you crawl? When you rise, them die fear you fall. But hope and pray.
Good morning, Winnachronicle. I'm Steve.
And I'm Erin, and we have a slightly above average show for you today.
Yes, we do. First up, a look at one of the new businesses in town, Studio 471.
Hello, audience. As most Hamptoners have noticed, there have been a few changes in the middle of Hampton. A few new restaurants and one new salon, Studio 471. We got to go in and talk to everyone there, and my friend Mary is getting a drastic haircut today.
Well, I just got
With Audrey Hepburn interior, this place is very stylish and well put together. Everything in the salon is slick and modern. They have their own coloring bar and many high-end products for purchase and use during haircuts. The owner is very excited about Hampton and hopes to bring some great styles to it for a cheap price.
We opened November 11th. I was going to work by myself. I was going to open and work by myself for about 6 months to a year. And unfortunately, these girls saw it being built, and they're 3 of my students are trained at Portsmouth Beauty School.
What are the usual prices for haircuts here?
We're 35. Men's are only 20.
Wow.
Yeah, children under the age of 15 and 20. Cut in the color is only 85.
After a short time, her haircut is done.
Definitely donate that. That's gotta be it.
And it looks great. It even looks good over a long period of time. It's long lasting. And I'm definitely gonna go there for my own haircut before I have to use one of these.
That sounds like a dandy place. Do you think that I should cut my red hair short?
As long as it doesn't mess with your skiing skills. And speaking of that, didn't you and Mikey do a story on skiing?
Why, yes, we did, and here it is.
That's the bee's knees, Aaron. That got me really excited to go shred the pow.
I'm enthralled, Steve, but you know what I'm excited for? The WHTV and Winnachronicle are coming together to collaborate on what we are calling The Wire. It is a website which we will have all the students publicize news from Winnachronicle. On February 11th, the website will launch the URL and will be released to the public.
That's really awesome. And to kick off this collaboration, Frank sat down with the editors of Winnachronicle to talk about their latest issue.
Hello, audience. Here we are with the Wire Update, where we're just going to be talking to the editors of Winnachronicle about their latest edition. we're talking to you guys about your latest edition about drugs in schools. And we were wondering why you guys did it.
Mostly because it's the winter and that's around the time when most kids get involved with this kind of stuff. So we figured it was relevant since it's probably going on a lot.
Because this is quite involved. The whole thing is just very involved with interviews with drug dealers and people who have done drugs. How did you guys get your interviews?
Just knowing people, I guess, and the whole staff kind of compiled all of their knowledge and just talked to some people and asked around and just kind of figured it out like that.
And do you think this is going to be as big as mostly the sex issue that you had years back? Like that reached national press, and like this is mostly the same type of thing where it's reaching some taboo subjects that parents might not be comfortable with publishing at school. And do you feel it's going to be received that way, or is it going to be received differently?
I think that it probably won't receive as much attention nationally as the sex edition did, but I do agree that I think a lot of community members and parents will be surprised at some of the stuff that is said in the spread. I mean, I know my grandparents have a subscription and they're always very shocked to see what we write, but I don't think that this will come as much of a surprise because everybody was a teenager once too.
There's a story about beware of party predators, and it actually has a story of date rape.
Yeah, it is an actual story from an actual student at Winnachronicle, but nobody on the staff knows who she is. It was all done through email and unidentifiable email address. Like, it didn't have her name in it or anything. So she's remaining anonymous to everyone who gets the paper, but also to us.
We wanted to also talk to you about what was the difficulties of being a journalist in our school with doing this issue.
There was the whole problem originally with the drug dealer portion and how we kept their names anonymous, because we have the right as journalists to keep the anonymity and respect the privacy of these kids, but the school, as a high school, has the obligation to investigate things they think are dangerous or concerning, and they might, depending on the reactions of community, school board, whoever, would need to further investigate this type of stuff. McGowan has been really great with this whole spread and making sure that it's going to be basically as safe for us, as safe for these people as possible. He thinks that because we didn't talk about these kids, even though they're in the school, we didn't talk about them dealing in the school, that it kind of stays under the radar, whereas like they're outside, so it's not like the school's responsibility, or like not as much as they're concerned just because they're students here, but they're not actually doing these things that are illegal here.
Thank you to the Winnachronicle editors that came in, Sarah and Julia, and I hope you all pick up an issue of Winnachronicle this week. It's a great issue, very thoughtful and very well thought out. Okay, audience, you have a great day. I'll see you later.
They also have this great article on drug awareness, and everyone should be checking it out.
Also, we have this quick announcement from our yearbook staff.
Hi, I'm Mercedes Chambliss.
And I'm Becca Morris.
And we're the editors-in-chief of Yearbook, and we're just making an announcement saying that at the picnic this year, there is not going to be any extra yearbooks, so buy the yearbooks now. The deadline's February 19th.
The yearbook is going to be all in color this year, which is a really big deal. The final price is $70, which is about the same as last year, so it's not a big jump in price for being full color. And there's going to be all club pages, there's going to be everyone in it. It's going to be really great this year.
So please buy one and support our school.
I'm Erin.
And I'm Steve. Signing out.
When you rise, then die fear you fall. But hope and pray that shining light my way. Hope and pray, but hope me never stray. Hope and pray.